Welcome to They Paid What, where I hope to help you never pay full price for decor you love. Whether you are watching on Craft Around the Clock TV, on YouTube, or on my page, The Honeysuckle Haven, I am so glad that you have joined me. I am Angie from the Honeysuckle Haven, and you are watching They Paid What. So I'm super excited. Tonight I have another fun project for you. I'm going to move that out of the way and get this out of the way. I was having a little bit of technical problems, but I think I got it squared away. So if you are joining me tonight, say hi and let me know you're out there, and let me know where you're watching from. Are you watching on the Honeysuckle Haven page, on Craft Around the Clock TV, YouTube, wherever you're watching from? Let me know that. If you're new to my page, thank you for joining, or new to Craft Around the Clock TV. If you are a regular, thank you for coming back. I so appreciate you all. If you're watching on replay, put hashtag replay in the comments. I see lots of people hopping on. Welcome, welcome. I see Laura and Connie and lots of people. So tonight we are doing a Pottery Barn inspired burlap wreath. So if you saw my post, I posted a picture of two of the wreaths. So we're doing kind of a mix of the two tonight, and they're inspired, so they're not exact. But you saw they were close to $50, I think $47 a piece. And mine tonight, because I already had the ribbon and the fabric that I'm using, cost me $1.25. But if you had to buy the ribbon, if you get it on sale, you can make it for less than $10. So I'm going to show you how to make the Patriotic wreath tonight. Thank you for joining. I see lots of people hopping on. Hope everybody's having a good week. It is Tuesday, so we're on our way through the week. Supplies that we're going to use tonight. We are going to use a pool noodle from Dollar Tree. This was my $1.25. We're using that. We are using some ribbon that I had. Now it's a burlap wreath, so this is kind of like a burlap material, and it has stars already printed on it, so we're using this one. We're using a red burlap that I had. This one has some sparkles in it, which I don't mind with it. Actually, it looks pretty neat. So we're using this one, and then we're using some strips of painter's drop cloth. So those are the three different fabrics or ribbons that we're using. We need some tape and hot glue, and that's it. So we're going to get started. Thank you for joining. As I'm doing the craft tonight, if you have comments or you have questions, throw those questions out there. And if I don't get to them, then I'll try to get back to them as soon as the video is over. If not, it'll be sometime this evening if you put a question out there. Or sometimes you guys put those questions out there for me. So, or you'll answer the questions for me, and I appreciate it. All right. So we are going to, first of all, you need ribbon. I did not tell you. For this wreath, using a Dollar Tree pool noodle, you need 12 yards. I wrote it down, 12 yards of ribbon. And so if you do 3 colors, now if you don't do a patriotic one, you can do 3 colors that you like. If you want to do an all-season one, like a summer or spring or a fall wreath, just choose 3 colors. But you need 4 yards of each to make this wreath. 4 yards of each, right? Yes, 12 yards total. And so you need 4 of each color. I hope that makes sense. So that's about one thing of ribbon for each one. All right, and then you want to cut your ribbon into 19-inch length. The length, it needs to be 19 inches long, each piece. Let's see, I saw a good, hello Angie, another Angie out there, and Teresa. So yes, 19 inches, and then you need 8 strips of each color. So 19 inches long and 8 of them. So 8 blue, 8 red, and then 8 of the white or off-white, whatever color you're using. Hopefully I didn't lose you. I'll repeat it several times as I'm making it. All right, so let's get our wreath ready first. Now I have some of this already cut and ready So I wanted a, if you saw the example that I posted, it was kind of a bigger round wreath. It wasn't real skinny. They have these like this at Dollar Tree, but this one is only it's about a 10-inch wreath, so 10 inches. And the other one, the example was like 24 inches, and it was bigger round. So I could not find one, so we're using a pool noodle. And so this one's gonna be a lot bigger round and way bigger round in circumference also. So we're gonna pull that sticker off there, and then we're gonna use some duct tape to stick it together. Are the ribbons 3 or 4 inches wide? Oh, good question. So I think mine was 3 inches. I have my yardstick. Oh, 2.5. 2.5 inches wide is what I'm using. Now, if you do wider ribbon, you wouldn't need as many strips. You know, I did 8 of each. So if you did a 3-inch ribbon, you might only need 7 of each. I hope that makes sense. Good question. Okay, so I'm getting our duct tape ready here. I'm just gonna cut a strip of that off and have that ready. And then take your pool noodle and you're just going to bend it around and tape it together. And it really works really well. Now I'm gonna tape it, right to my paper. I'm gonna tape it really good to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't pull apart. Now I used clear packing tape. I made one earlier or yesterday. I used it to tape the noodle together, so this time I'm trying duct tape. The packing tape worked fine as well. But I was looking for duct tape last night and I found the duct tape today. So we're using the duct tape. And I'm just pulling it really tight, and I'm going out pretty far to make sure it doesn't pull apart. Whoops, I think I twisted it. We're gonna, oh yeah, it just got stuck to itself. So we're just gonna cut that off. And then we're gonna go, I'm gonna put a little bit more on the other side. Just so I don't want this to pull apart. Now they had different color pool noodles. Since I'm doing red, white, and blue, I picked the blue one. So there we go, look, and it's really nice and round. So we got a good base here for our wreath. All right, so that's ready. And this, with the ribbon on it, it's even bigger, but it is about 17 inches wide diameter across. So it makes a pretty nice size wreath. Okay, now we're gonna get all of our ribbon ready to put on our wreath. Let me see, can't wait to see what you're making. Hi Nancy, thank you for joining. So I said you need 8 of each. So I already have some of them ready to go. You notice this is my ribbon that I started with, and it's 2.5 inches. Well, this ribbon is a lot wider, and I wanted to use what I had. I didn't want to go buy more. So what I did was I just cut this one down. So you can cut it down to fit to the size you need. So I'm just laying my 2.5 inch ribbon on top, and I'm just gonna cut that strip off so I make them about the same width. And then just cut that off all the way up. And so I did that with all 8 of my pieces. So now they're the same width. And then I did the same thing with my drop cloth. So I'm using painter's drop cloth for the white. And I just took my scissors and I'm cutting off this hem, because there's a hem on the painter's drop cloth. And then I took my 2.5 inch ribbon, my ribbon with the stars on it. Get my drop cloth up here. And I'm making a little cut 2.5 inches over. So I know this is 2.5 inches wide, just like that. So then my drop cloth is going to be the same width as my ribbon. And then after you make your little cut, you just pull it all the way to the end, and then you'll have a nice strip of drop cloth. Now you could use any fabric. If you don't want to use all ribbon, if you have a white sheet, you could cut a white sheet up. You do want it to be a little bit heavier, thicker fabric. If you have, for the blue, if you have old blue jeans, you could cut up your old blue jeans into 2.5 inch strips. So that would work too. So you don't have to use just ribbon. Okay, and then I just measured. I have all of these 19 inches long. And I already have these cut to 19 inches, so I can just use it as a guide. Lay it on that strip of drop cloth and cut it off at 19 inches. And then you need 8 of these. So we have 8 of the red, 8 of the blue, and 8 of the white. And then you're ready to start putting them together. So we're going to do that. I wanted to have all of these ready but one, but I ran out of time. So we're just going to make them real quick. Now if you saw the example, the inspired piece, it's a Pottery Barn inspired piece. They are pleated. So there's pleats all the way around the wreath. So we're going to pleat these, and I'm going to show you how I did it. There might be a better way, but it was pretty easy what I did. Hello, hello, I see people hopping on. Thank you for joining. Lots of people watching tonight. Aw, I see Miss Jennifer from Home Sweet Create is on here. Miss Shar is on here. See all kinds of people. Thank you for joining me. Okay, so let's start with the blue one. Now when I pleated it, I just came down about, I'd say about 2-3 inches, and I folded it over like that. And then, so that's where my line's starting, where that fold is. I came down about 1 inch and I folded it again like that and tucked it under and made a pleat. I'll show you. So it looks like that. So you fold it and then tuck it under and fold it again. So it's almost like an accordion fold. And then I use the edge of my table and I come down about 1 inch from that pleat and I fold it and do the same thing. Tuck it under and pleat it. I hope that makes sense. It's hard to explain that in words. And then where this line stops, I go down about 1 inch and make another pleat. Like that. And I'm using the edge of my table. Go down about another inch and fold it over and make another pleat. So you're kind of doing, see how you're making almost like an accordion fold all the way down, but you're moving as you're folding. Move down 1 inch, make another pleat. And I made about 5 pleats. It's about 5 pleats in my ribbon. So you notice I have a little bit of a longer piece at the top, and I'm leaving this long and not pleated at the bottom, like that. And I'll show you why in just a minute. So I hope that makes sense. I'm going to do a few of them. So if it didn't make sense the first time, hopefully it'll make sense on the next few that I do. I'm going to use my finger protectors because I burned my fingers last night pretty good. Hi Lenore, thank you for joining. Now, I'm putting hot glue on just one side of the ribbon under each pleat. Don't do both sides, just one side. You can pick which side you want. So I put hot glue all along underneath each pleat. I lifted up the pleat and put a little glue, and then that way, see how this is still up here? It's not glued together. Just this one side is. And then flip it over, and under that same side, you want to put a little bit of glue under each pleat. Lift up that pleat and put a little bit of glue. Not even using the finger with the finger protector on it. I'm going to make a few of these, so hopefully it'll make sense. Okay, so there's the first one. We have that one ready. Made all of our pleats, and then we just hot glued under the end of the pleat on this side, right at the edge. Put a little hot glue under each one. Let's do another one. Let's get that over here out of the way. Let's do a drop cloth one because it's a little harder without the wire in it like the ribbon. So now I'll do it from this angle, maybe this way. I'm going to fold this up and make a little pleat. Do you see how I just folded it over? And then I'm picking that whole thing up and making another pleat. Each pleat's about 1 inch wide. And then pick that whole thing up and fold it over. There's another pleat. And then kind of crease it. It doesn't have wire in it, so you want it to stay. So if you kind of crease the pleat. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm just going to leave 4 on this one. I might have done my pleats a little bigger. Okay, so there's our pleats. And now just on this side closest to me, I'm going to lift each pleat right at the edge and put a little hot glue. So a little hot glue there. Lift up the next pleat right at the edge closest to me. And then do it under each one. Just like that. Can you iron it? You sure can, Catherine, and that'll make the pleats stay even better. You can. But hot gluing it, they stay pretty well. They're pretty defined. I'm going to flip it over. You have to be careful because there's no wire. And do the same thing. The pleats on this side closest to me, the same side that has glue. I'm going to lift each pleat on the back side and hot glue it. Just like that. Now that if you use painter's drop cloth, you're going to get these strings. That's okay. You just pull them off, and I like the little frayed edges. It looks really cute. Welcome, Teresa. Okay, so there's a drop cloth one. It has all our pleats ready to go. We're going to do just a few more here. I have 3 more drop cloth and 1 red one. So hopefully, if it wasn't making sense, it will make sense by the time I'm done here. So I'm going to take my end of my drop cloth and just fold it over and make a pleat. I'm not going to do them quite so big this time. Pick up the whole thing, pick up the pleat, and fold it again. Make another one. And pick up that pleat and fold it over. Keep doing that all the way down. Let's do 1 more. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 that time. And you want a little bit of length on each end. Now I'm going to glue each pleat closest to me. Just on the edge. 1 little dab of glue. Just like that. I hope that makes sense. Hello, Elaine. Okay. Let's see. Flip it over, and I need the same side closest to me that had the glue. And glue the back side, the pleats down on the back. That just makes them stay when you're gluing it to your wreath. It's a lot easier. Okay. Just like that. So then there's that one. We're going to do 2 more white ones, a red one, and then we're going to put it together, and it goes pretty quick. Once you have this part done, this is the tedious part, cutting all your ribbon and your cloth, whatever you're using, and then pleating it. But once you do that, it goes together pretty fast. You could, as you're pleating this, like you could put a little dab of glue as you're going too. You don't have to do it all when you're done folding it. If you wanted to glue as you go, that might save you a little time. I might only get 4 on this one because I don't, yeah. As long as you get 4 or 5 pleats, you're good. And I'll show you why here in just a second. Just hopping on. Welcome, Debbie. Thanks for joining. Okay, let's flip it over. And then you pick up each pleat and do the same. Glue underneath of each pleat. Now this wreath, to purchase it, it was actually on sale. It cost more before it went on sale. So it's about $47, close to $50 to buy it, which isn't terrible. But if it's a wreath you're putting out just for the 4th of July, and you can make it for less than $10, this is one that I would make. Okay, fold that over. We're going to do the same thing real quick. Just fold all our pleats. And then I'll show you what I did with the red ribbon, tongue twister. I had to cut one side off, so I'll show you which side we're going to glue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure you have 4 or 5 pleats. And then glue them down. Now with this drop cloth, the glue doesn't burn you, it doesn't go through, but now when I do the red ribbon, it's burlap, the glue goes through it, so I have to make sure to use these. Otherwise you will get burned. And I have my glue gun set on low temp because we're going to be gluing it to foam. So I put it on the low temperature for that. Okay, all the white ones are ready. Make sure we're doing good on time. Red one. Now here's the red one. Here's the side with the wire, and this is the side I cut the wire off. I'm going to pleat it, and then I'm going to glue it on the wired side. I want the cut side to be free, not glued. So I'm going to do the same thing, make a pleat, and then keep working my way down just like I did. Make another pleat. And this one is a little trickier because there's a wire on one side and not on the other. And then make another pleat. That's 4. Let's see if we can squeeze one more on there. And you want to make your pleats close to the same size, about 1 inch wide each pleat, about 1 inch, and then glue on the wired side. I'm just putting a bunch of glue on here, and then I'm going to hold it down because it takes a little longer to dry on this burlap. How long is your cloth? 19 inches, Elaine. So you cut the ribbon or the cloth 19 inches long if you're going to use a pool noodle as your wreath. Now if you make a smaller one, smaller size, you won't need 19 inches. You'll have to measure and figure out how much ribbon you need. Probably about 14 inches, I would say, maybe. Okay, flip it over and make sure it's all glued down. Okay. Now we're ready. We have them all ready. All right, so here's my stack of pleated ribbon and fabric. I got them all ready to go. And we're going to start with the blue ones. So I'll get all the blue ones out. Now I did not have quite enough blue ribbon, so I had to adjust how many I did of each. I told you guys you want 8 of each color, 8 blue, 8 white, and 8 red. I only had enough because I made 2 wreaths. I had enough to do 7, so I had to adjust. I did 7 blue, 9 red, and 8 white. But you're going to do 8 of each color, so you'll need 8 blue. Okay, now here's where we made our pleats, our pleated ribbon. And we have a little bit of a longer piece here and a longer piece here. So when you wrap it around your wreath, you want the pleats in the front, like that. And then when you come around, you're going to glue that longer piece down on the back and then glue the shorter piece right over top of it, just like that. So there's not going to be pleats on the back. It'll lay flat against your door or your wall, wherever you hang it. That way it's not kind of, it just will lay nicer. So all your pleats will be on the front. Now if you want to make it pleated all the way around, you can. You'll just need longer ribbon. You'll need longer than 19 inches. Okay, so just like that. Now when I glue it to my wreath, I'm going to glue down the side that already has glue on it. Where I glued the pleats, I'm just going to put a bead of glue and then glue that side down only and leave this side. Do you see how I can fluff it up? We'll be able to fluff that side up like that. I hope that makes sense. Is the wreath a noodle? Yes, Diana, it is a pool noodle because Dollar Tree just had these little bitty ones and I wanted a nice big wreath. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue, start at the top and go all the way down the front and glue down my pleats first. Glue those on the front and then flip it over and glue down the longer strip. You could do it either way you wanted, but I put the longer strip down first and it covers up the whole wreath, and then I put this one over top, the shorter one. And pull it kind of snug. So here's what the back will look like. It's just glued on just this one side. And then there's the front. So then you can fluff up your pleats a little bit. We'll do all the fluffing when we're done. Okay, now we're going to do another blue one. When you put this next one on, you're going to put the same direction. You're going to overlap it just a little bit, cover up the glued part, and glue just this side. And leave this side free again, not glued. Hope that makes sense. Let's see. I'm doing this one the opposite direction I did my other one, but that's fine. You just keep putting your ribbon the same direction. Glue your pleats on the front. Glue those down first, and then flip it over and glue down your two straight pieces that you did not pleat. Just like that. Really easy. Now that little pleat, see if you have a little pleat come apart, just put a little glue on there and glue it down, because you might pull one apart. And you're going to have hot glue strings everywhere, I promise. I had them all over me. Okay, next blue one. We're going to do the same thing, same direction. You want your pleats free that aren't glued on this side and the glued over here. And you just overlap it just a little bit where it covers up this edge, this glued edge. Just like that. I just put a bunch right across the front, stick your pleats down on there. So if some of your glue comes through the ribbon, I don't know if you can see how it came through? It doesn't matter because you're going to cover it up. You won't see that. And then glue it down in the back. Really easy wreath to make. Hi Jody, and thank you for sprinkling Debbie. Okay. And then glue both sides down in the back. We're just going to keep working our way around with just the blue right now. I have 7 of the blue. You will want 8 if you have enough ribbon or fabric. If you just join me, you will need 12 yards of ribbon or fabric to make this. And you can get spools of ribbon that are 4 yards, 3 yards. You can get them even bigger than that. But you'll need 12 yards total of ribbon or fabric. Okay, we're almost getting through the blue. Keep working our way. Make sure your pleats are all going the same direction. And make sure your glue gun is low temp on this foam pool noodle. Glue down your pleats on the front and then flip it over. Hello, Miss Sherry. Thank you for joining. Miss Sherry from Curvy Ladies Crafting is out there. Okay, glue down those and then glue down the top. 2 more blue. Let's see how we're doing on time. I wasn't going to assemble the whole thing, but since I had all the pleats ready, I think I might be able to do it. So you can see the whole process. What does everyone have planned for the 4th? You guys are gonna have to let me know if you are in the United States and you celebrate the 4th. Like I said, if you want to make this wreath and not do a patriotic theme, you can do any colors you want. It's super easy. Let's make sure I covered that up. Oops. Knocking over my glue gun. Look at all these glue strings. They're everywhere. I'm late, but I'll learn what I can and replay. Aw, thanks, Pat. Thanks for joining. I love your birds. Yes, they did, Sherry. Oh, goodness, they went so fast. Thank you. I'm going to make some more. All those birds. I thought I was doing good, making 100 birds. I started with 40, and then I'm like, that is not going to last very long. And 100 didn't last very long, so we'll see how many I can cut next time. I'm trying to bribe my son into helping me cut birds. He's not going for it yet. I even offered to pay him to help me. Crafting is not his thing. It's looking good. Oh, thanks. I hope it looks good when we're done. When you're all done, we're gonna fluff it out. Fluff all those pleats out. Look how cute. Okay, I have all my blue done. Now we're gonna start with the red and the white. So same thing. We're gonna make sure that our pleats are the same way. I'm gonna start with a red one and make sure my glued side is over here, and then this edge covers up the glue on the other one. And we're gonna glue down the red one, and we're gonna alternate these, red, white, all the way around. Just put your glue on the front. Make sure your pleats are on the front. Flip it over and glue it down. Now the burlap, for some reason, it takes a little bit longer to dry. I don't know why. It does not want to dry quite as fast. It was 2.5 inches wide. Yes, whoever asked, the ribbon was 2.5 inches. And my red ribbon was longer. I had to cut it down. Okay, so there's the red one. Now we're going to do a white one, or off-white. This is Painter's drop cloth. And just make sure your pleats are going the right direction. We're going to put glue on there and then just stick it right on. Make sure pleats are in the front. And then look at that with that frayed edge on there. Cute. Glue it down and then glue the other side up over top. just like that. Look how cute that is. So cute. Now a red one. Keep working our way all the way around. I hope that makes sense. Oh, hello, Miss Pat. Hopping on late. Thank you for joining. Okay, glue our pleats on the front. Flip it over and glue the back down. We're just doing this the whole time. This is it. That's all it is. It's so easy. This is a wreath that is not hard to make at all. And so inexpensive. If you use a pool noodle and if you use scrap fabric or whatever ribbon you have. See, this one takes a little bit longer to dry. Let's move that over just a smidge. I pulled it loose. Let's see. I think I want it over just a little bit more. When I looked at it in the camera, I'm like, that is not over far enough. And that's nice. You just pull it right off and glue it right back down. It pulls up pretty easy. Okay, there we go. Now white one. Do the same thing all the way around. I was hoping for a summer painter's drop cloth craft. Oh, good, Jamie. Well, here you go. Here's one. And you could do, what if you did painter's drop cloth and then some real cute colors too, summery colors, that would be cute. This one does not want to stay. Okay, glue that up and then pull that one over. And then the whole wreath is covered all the way around, which is nice. You don't have any, you won't see any of the pool noodle when you're done. Okay, let's see how we're doing on time. I might not get it done, so that's okay. I have one finished. I can show you. Because I have 8 minutes. That went fast, really fast. Goodness. Probably not for you guys watching me fold ribbon, but just 45 minutes flies by. Such a cute idea. Thank you, Sandy. If you guys give it a try, you'll have to send me a picture. I would love to see it. I have lots of people send me pictures of their crafts. It just makes my day, especially if they try things that I've done and then they put their own spin on it, or they just make it exactly the same. I love getting those surprises in my messages. Okay, we're gonna make sure that's good and stuck on there. Let's put another white one on there. The trick, just make sure all your pleats, you're gluing the same side down, the side that's already glued when you made your pleats. Flip it over and then glue it all down. Now, if you want to make it pleated all the way around, you can do that if you want the back to be pleated as well. That way you could flip it either way. But I wanted mine to lay more flat on the back. Okay, we got about 5 minutes. We might get a couple more on here and then we're gonna fluff it up and then I'll show you the finished one. I was thinking I'm not gonna get to all the way to cover that up. That's okay. You guys will see it on the finished one. I think I'm gonna try this. I'll show you guys some ribbon. While that's drying, where's it at? Oh, let me grab this ribbon. They had this at Walmart. Look, the red and white polka dots, super cute. They had blue and white, they have yellow and white, all kinds of cute. I might try to do a summery one with some polka dots. I'm not sure which color yet. I'm trying to think, what else did I get? Oh, I went shopping the other day at Lowe's. I found, oh, let's cut that off. That one's a little long. they had stencils. I did not know they sold stencils at Lowe's. And they had a pack, I think there were 12 stencils. Actually, it's right here. I'm going to show you. 12 stencils in a pack. Yes, is that how many are in here? No, 15. 15 stencils in here, and I think it was like $12 or $13 for this whole pack of stencils. So that was at Lowe's. That was a really good deal. That's just a little side note while I'm gluing, since you've seen me glue so many of these. I did not know they had those. Okay, we're gonna stop there and we're gonna fluff it up, and then I'm gonna show you the finished one. Because we have, if you were watching me on Craft Around the Clock, we have another crafter that's coming on after me. So I'm taking the side that I didn't glue down, and I'm just kind of separating the pleats a little and pulling it up. The blue has wire in it, so it's a little easier. And then you just fluff these up all the way around. Separate them out a little bit. And look how cute that's going to look. So cute, so easy. I'll show you guys the finished one. So I'll just keep going, red and white all the way around. You need 8 red, 8 white, and 8 blue if you use a Dollar Tree pool noodle that I taped together with duct tape. So there's that. Here is the finished one. Voila, look how cute. I think it's pretty close to the inspired. It was Pottery Barn inspired. They had 2 different styles, and so I kind of mixed. They had 3 white stars on just plain blue, but I had this that already had stars on it, so I went ahead and used that. And then you just make your pleats and then glue it all down all the way around. And you can hang it however you want. So that's it. How cute is that? I think it turned out pretty good. And mine, I had the ribbon and I had the fabric, so I only had to buy the pool noodle, so $1.25. But if you had to buy some of the ribbon or some of the fabric, you could make it for less than $10. So $10 versus almost $50, and so easy to make. So this is definitely a DIY one, not a buy one. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Let's see if there's any. How pretty. So pretty, Angie, you nailed it. Aw, thank you, thank you. Looks fantastic. I see all those hearts. Thank you guys for joining me. I hope this inspires you. I hope you'll give it a try. And it's really lightweight, so it'll hang really easy on your door or wherever you hang it. So cute, love it. Curvy lace. I think she said 19 inches. Yes, each piece of ribbon or fabric is 19 inches long is what I used to fit around the pool noodle. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I will see you all next Tuesday for it'll be episode 3 of They Paid What? And I'll post again that day or the day before what project I'm going to be trying to recreate. So I hope you'll join me next time. And I'll see you guys later. Have a good night. Bye.